And a good-natured back and forth between the players while we wait to get this one underway. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got a chance now for our starting one. To D. He dishes it to Ibaka. And that one's good. Ibaka's got 8 points.
Serge Ibaka, of course, known for his shot blocking and defense when he first came into the league, but what I really think is starting to gain attention is his productivity offensively. I mean, last season he had a career high in scoring and field goal percentage.
And Rubio kicks to Budding. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. He's got 9.
And at 4 or 5 now, a nice start. I mean, he looks ready to make an impact offensively. So far, so good.
D passes to Westbrook. They get it back. Lamb dishes to Durant. He passes it to D. Outside Westbrook. Covered by Rubio. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Goes back up. 6 to shoot. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And going back to Ibaka, you know, Steve, he's a tremendous finisher, as we all know. But he's not just a dunker. This guy has a terrific and much improved shooting touch.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, he's the X factor for this Thunder team. We know they're going to get scoring from Westbrook and Durant. But when Ibaka is scoring, when he's giving them that third score, this Thunder team is almost unbeatable.
Here's Rubio. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, it's natural to worry about how Rubio would be able to play after tearing his ACL, but, you know, he came back last season and showed he still could create space and drop that perfect pass to a teammate. Boy, he's fun to watch. He's a real magician with the basketball.
Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. Right now, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Rick Adelman. Doris?
We talked about their strategy on how to contain Russell Westbrook, and he told me that Russell's at his best in the open floor. To counteract that, they'll try to make sure they get back on defense in a hurry and limit his chances to get out in transition and start setting up his teammates or throwing down dunks. Neither is a good option for them.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Shved the pass to Pekovic, and Shved kicks to Rubio. There's the triple. Shved, no good. Clark, you talked about the impressive recovery of Ricky Rubio, the knee injury. Steve came back better than ever.
Yeah, well, being young helps for sure. The recovery period happens a little quicker. But I think it also showed his great work ethic. He really attacked his rehab, and that bodes well for his future development of his game also.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Berea's checked in. Brewer with the ball. He hasn't put up any points in this one.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
And Fisher kicks to Westbrook. The pass to D. This is to Fisher. Launches it. Minnesota with the rebound. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
And the season series between these teams, 4 games in all, starting today. It's going to go a long way towards determining how this division shakes out by the end of the year.
And I didn't get to watch the entire press conference, but read about it earlier today. What do you guys think, Steve, especially about how he, is dealing with the media?
Well, this was just incredible, Kevin, the press conference. I mean, have you ever heard anybody talk about planning their Hall of Fame speech one day? I mean, he's throwing out multiple MVPs, All-Star Games rings, everything. The arrogance just off the charts. And now he's got to back it up. But I guess when you're like him, you just throw stuff out there and you don't really care what anybody thinks. And maybe he's just trying to shock people. But I was thoroughly disgusted, to be honest with you.
You know, Steve, I was too. Enough said. And guys, even though there's not a lot of history between these two teams, there still is at least a little bit of a rivalry between these divisional foes.
And, you know, when you see an opponent as much as they do each season, there's always that possibility that the rivalry becomes bigger in any given year.
It sure makes it more fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, a lot more fun for the players and us.
Durant dishes to Fisher. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, and in the end, it wasn't even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the floor.
Boy, they were locked in and ready to roll, and offensively, they just had a rhythm that was impressive. You know, he seemed a bit cold. The shots haven't been falling for him early on.
He kicks to Lamb. Takes the three. That is good. Lamb's got 10 points.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Kicks it to Shved. Uncovered. That's good. Shved's got his second bucket of the night. Thunder trailing by 5. Fisher, the pass to Collison. Unloads from 9. That's good.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Feeds it to Love. The dish to Barea. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a...
Sunday.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Passes it to D. He's against Martin. The feed now to Cephalosha. Knocked loose. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Rubio leading the charge. Taking a look at the Thunder. Locking at the 4 with Perkins at the dribble. Backcourt is Westbrook and Cephalosha. And it's D in at the 3. Thunder trailing by 6.
Guys, it's now been 3 straight years for the Thunder to come away with the Northwest Division title. Yet, when you say Oklahoma City Thunder and Northwest, seems like a misnomer. When I think of the Northwest, I'm thinking of trails and rain and lush forests.
Martin with the bucket.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Thunder have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka and stolen by Pekovic. Rubio dishes to Martin. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And the Thunder winning the Northwest title again, Clark, as you said, even though they aren't really in the Northwest at all. They didn't actually have the best in-house division record, though. Steve, the Nuggets did.
Well, the Thunder finished 10-6 in the division last year. Pretty solid. Nuggets end up with 11 division wins. But look, everyone counts, whether it's against your own division or everybody else. And Oklahoma City, over the course of the year, they beat up on pretty much everyone. That's why they were able to win the division.
He feeds it to Buttinger. Back to Rubio. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Buttinger. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Now here's Westbrook. His last outing with 20 points. Durant with a screen on Williams. Here's D. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, the Wolves were just decimated by injuries last year, and it really put a snag in their season from the start, with Rubio still recovering from his ACL tear and Kevin Love missing a lot of time with his hand fracture. They were missing 2 major building blocks.
And with the Wolves last year, Ricky Rubio came back and helped them turn things around a bit, but Kevin Love would end up playing very few games for him, Steve, and they never really got the chance that they once seemed to have.
Now, Love's injury, I think, just devastated this team. And Rubio, of course, coming off that ACL, he eventually made it back. But those are the key guys. I mean, Rubio and Love have to be the foundation of this club. They added a lot of three-point shooting in the offseason. So this should be a pretty well-rounded team. But it's up to the stars, Kevin. You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Pass to Perkins. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
Let's take a look at Kevin Durant's numbers. What a year he had last season. First in free throw percentage, second in scoring, and he was also very dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 three-point shooters.
And Steve, when you brought up his rank as the top free throw shooter in the league last year, I mean, it reminded me of just how steady he was. I mean, as close to automatic as you can be from the foul line.
Yeah, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
Here's Shved. He's got 8. Pass to Brewer. Dishes to Williams. Fade away. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Perkins got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, for Derek Williams, the number 2 pick in the 2011 draft, he didn't play huge minutes for the Timberwolves his rookie season. But with Kevin Love out with the injury last season, Williams did play a lot at that 4 spot, and he was hoping for a breakthrough season, but just did not happen that way.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Rubio with it. Now defended by Perkins. Shved the pass to Rubio. Love with the screen for Rubio. That's a pick by Love. Here's Brewer. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got assist number 5 here tonight. On back to Derek Williams, billed as a great scoring forward. Clark out of Arizona. You can see he has a nose to score, but the percentages so far haven't played out in his favor.
Kevin, only 43% from the field last season, a below-average rebounder as well, so to realize his potential, he's got to be more efficient offensively.
And they're on the break. Here's Rubio. Finished off the break. Rubio's got 4 points this quarter.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
And the pass to D. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 15-3 run. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hey, Kevin, at 6'11", 290 pounds, Nikola Pekovic may be the most physically imposing player in the game. Rick Adelman said, quote, he's such a force inside. Guys just want out of there. They don't want to go against him.
We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Rubio gets a screen from Pekovic. And Rubio kicks to Pekovic. He passes to Buddington. Offline with his 3. Jackson with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Westbrook. Good.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Here's Martin. No good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint. Thanks for joining us on the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And Fisher kicks to Cephalosha. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Timberwolves leading by 12. They've got Corey Brewer. Derek Williams is out there with Johnson. Then it's Alexei Shved, and it's Barea in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. He kicks it to Shved. Shot clock at 6. Count that one. Shved's got 11.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Passes it to D. Kicks it to Jones. Pass to D. Puts up a 3. Berea pulls it in. Minnesota's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Shved kicks to Berea, feeds it to Williams. A three-pointer off the mark. Thunder trailing by 15. Fisher up top, defended by Shved. And there's the pass to D. He's against Williams. Here's D. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Williams. And Clark, you mentioned Brooks' single-mindedness. He stayed pretty constant with his rotations, too.
And there's no doubt players appreciate knowing their role. But, you know, a lot of critics have been surprised at how Brooks has stuck to his lineups. Some lineups that didn't seem to be all that effective. You know, his usual starting lineup with Cephalosha and Perkins on the floor hasn't been their best in terms of plus-minus. But Brooks very loyal to his starting group.
Martin, defended by Ibaka. On the wing, Brewer. 5 points in the game. Here's Rubio. Carries the long-range jumper. Rubio's got 5 points now this quarter.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Lamb, good.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Rubio outside. The dish now to Martin. Timberwolves keep it alive. Brewer passes to Love. The second chance effort. And Count Kavasky is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Chase Buttinger is jacked in for Corey Brewer.
Hey, it goes without saying that if you're beat up and your all-star power forward is on the shelf, you're going to have a tough time against the big teams in the West. Minnesota was left for the wolves, so to speak, when they matched up against others in their conference.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Maybe that'll ignite them. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Buttinger. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 6 assists in the game. Thunder trailing by 17. Picking up again on the Timberwolves. Last season, 17-35 record against the rest of the Western Conference, which was 3rd worst in the conference. As Steve, you might expect, that's got to improve.
And as you said, I mean, losing so much of their front court as they did last year to injury, it's a...
Pekovic dishes to Martin.
Well, you know what they say, lose track of your man and you'll find him at the rim. Well, you'll actually find this guy in the corner.
Yeah, you said it, more than fond of those corner triples, isn't he? Hey, it's a high percentage shot. It's the shortest of the three-point shots you can take, and he's not the only one that likes it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Ronny Turioff, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Johnson comes in for Corey Brewer. And Berea subbed in for Alexei Shved. Taking a look at the Thunder. Dean in at shooting guard. Nick Collison out there with Perry Jones. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Gomes in at the 3. They set the pick. Pulls up. High post. A nice shot by Berea.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Jones kicks to Jackson. 1:21 left in the 4th quarter. Here's D. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 6 points for D. Minnesota's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the 4th quarter. Johnson with a screen on Jackson. And it's Martin penetrating. D defended by Muhammad. 51 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Connects from 3-point range.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Here is Berea, guarded by Jackson. Now the feed to Martin. And it's Martin again missing.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
Berea. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream.
Obviously, the team didn't bring it tonight. How does the way you prepare for the next game change after a loss like this?
I don't know, but we definitely need to do something. I hate to lose, and I especially hate it when we clearly get outplayed. That was the case tonight, and you better believe I'm not in a good mood about it. We got to work that much harder tomorrow and every day moving forward. That includes me, and it especially includes my teammates. We can't have guys taking the night off like a couple of them did tonight. They know who they are, but we all got to make a concerted effort to keep the team from playing this way again, ever again.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Hart. Feeds it to Ibaka. And a strong finish with two hands.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Number 1, the Thunder.
You know, Kevin, it's going to be really hard to duplicate the level of success they had in the block shots category last season. I know they'll give it their best effort, but it's hard to imagine that they could do much better than last season.
Shot by Brown, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Hasn't been the hot start he's wanted here. I mean, he's got a few to fall, but doesn't seem on target most of the time he fires.
Westbrook kicks to Lamb. Chance there to take the lead, missing. The Suns leading. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Well, he was boxed out, and when that happens, you know, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
And Fry kicks to Butler. He feeds it to Bledsoe. Back to Butler. And the layup's good off the glass. Butler's got 17.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Lamb dishes to Westbrook. D defended by Butler. And that's good for two. And guys, pretty interesting comments he had after their last game.
Well, I know if I said some of the things he did and threw my teammates under the bus like that, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I'd be looking over my shoulder in that locker room. Things have to be tense after that statement.
Yeah, I can imagine there's going to be maybe a team meeting, or maybe some of the veteran players will address him privately. But either way, I mean, at this point, with those comments, seems to me you're going to have a fractured team.
The pass to Lamb. D. He kicks to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Defended by Bledsoe. Fades and shoots. And the shot is good. And that's 12 points for Russell Westbrook. Phoenix has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Bledsoe gets the screen from Beasley. There's the double team with Westbrook. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball off his foot. And it's whistled a kick. And the Suns here with a different look. Gortat's checked in for Fry. Markieff Morris comes in for Caron Butler. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Shannon Brown. And it's Dragic in for Eric Bledsoe. Oh, that's blocked. Fisher against Beasley. Fisher, the pass to Cephalosha. The feed to Fisher. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Fast break, here come the Suns. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to talk with Jeff Hornacek for a moment. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Thanks for that report, Doris. Guys, do you think we'll see game playing early on that might end up developing through the game as far as getting through this very tough defense?
I think there's almost no question that what they're doing offensively at the beginning of the game will change several times before we're finished.
Well, that's what the defense they're facing forces you to do. You have to be ready to adjust and make some changes. It's too complex a defensive scheme to just attack it one set way.
The Suns shooting it very well as they shake off the rust here early. 54% from the field. It's blocked. Pass to D. Down low. Collison. Nice D from Gortat. 46 seconds left to play in the first. Green inside the three-point line. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Green's got his first basket of the night. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Here's D. No good. So Phoenix will take it the other way.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
Dragic kicks to Green. Beasley. And it's blocked by Collison. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Here's Butler. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Quickly going back to what Steve just said, they brushed this team aside easily last year, and maybe, Clark, their favorite opponent to face.
Well, I think that probably was the case. I mean, they made the most of their opportunities against a team that really struggled. They had the upper hand clearly.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Phoenix. On the court for the Suns, Beasley out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Dragic, and it's Karan, and it's Brown in at the 2 spot. Jones kicks to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
There's the bucket. Good.
Now he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Westbrook kicks to Perkins. Passes it to D. Perkins with a screen on Butler. He dishes it to Westbrook. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Westbrook's got 20 points. Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that cause.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really shows.
Brown with it. Dishes it to Dragic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dragic has got 11.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys. Well, guys, Goran Dragic signed to a big 4-year contract by the Phoenix Suns last season. Really has played well. He's crafty, he's clever, he's got good size, can finish at the basket, and also can shoot the 3. He's a lot of fun to watch. Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
The dish now to Frye. It's Brown on the wing. The offensive rebound. Here's Butler. Good work defensively by Jones.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Lamb, good. And Dragic actually drafted by the Suns back in 2008 with a second-round pick. And Steve, you know a little bit about him. They had the good sense to bring him down.
I did draft him, Kevin, and a guy we liked for a long time before that draft. He's turned into an excellent player. The Suns brought him back after losing Steve Nash, and for a team looking to build and go young, he's been a good fit.
And the Suns making a change here. Gortat's checked in.
Karan Butler is one of those rock-solid, steady vets. Just a pro's pro, we call him, entering the final year of his contract. We know he's looking to be aggressive out there.
And for Butler out of UConn, a good defender, Steve, a good jump shot.
Yeah, played in one All-Star game back with the Wizards. Now going into his 12th year in the league. He's had a great career.
You know, with the recent success of Oklahoma City, you forget that in Kevin Durant's first season, they started out going 3-29, and I tell you what, you talk about their success, it's due to the resilience and perseverance and leadership of Kevin Durant and the rest of those guys.
No good from Dean.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Pass to Butler. Kicks it to Dragic. Brown. The three-pointer, no good. Well, there is a culture of hard work, as Clark is talking about, and the perseverance for this Oklahoma City Thunder organization. Their star players, Steve, get a lot of credit, but it's the whole organization, don't you think?
No question. It's the culture that was set. Scott Brooks has continued to kind of establish that atmosphere in the locker room. And they have players who just want to work and want to get better. And when you have a large group of people all with that same approach, you're going to be very successful.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Feeds it to Butler. rebound goes to the Thunder. D's got his 4th rebound in this one. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
Thunder trailing by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Defended by Butler. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
How frustrated Steve is.
Well, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Outside Westbrook. It's Durant on the wing. He passes to Ibaka. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Dragic against Westbrook. Here's D. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. That free throw missing.
You know, when you're one of the worst teams in the league, you have a lot of problems. And for the Suns, one of their biggest problems was that opponents shot very close to 40% against them from behind the arc. And that's just not a winning number.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Phoenix. Gerald Green comes in for Caron Butler. Lee dishes to Green. Drills it from outside. And it's a 7-point Suns lead.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but, the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. As you said, Clark, with the Suns, dead last in the league in terms of opposing three-point percentage. Defense overall was a problem for him, Steve, but especially in closing out on shooters beyond the arc.
Well, the three-point shot, Kevin, has become such a huge part of every NBA team's offense now that if you're struggling to defend that line, you're going to really find yourself at the bottom of the league defensively and record-wise, and that's exactly where Phoenix found itself.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Yes, gentlemen, D in their last game against the Timberwolves really had a hard time. He had 6 points and added a few rebounds as well. Obviously a tough patch of games as he's now been sliding for a while. He says that he's changing his routine, getting more rest, and even adjusting his eating to, quote, jolt himself into gear. Let's see what he does in this one.
Okay, Doris, thanks for the report. Guys, do you think we'll see a better game here tonight? Clark, I'll start with you.
I do, Kevin. I mean, I think he's got the mental fortitude, the mental fabric, if you will, to get right back on track. Don't want to let a game like that get you out of sync. It's important to get back to your rhythm.
No question, because once you get, 2 or 3 bad games in a row under your belt, all of a sudden you can lose some confidence. So I think tonight's a big game for him.
Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Oklahoma City. That one misses.
So much has been said about the Oklahoma City home court advantage, and for good reason. I mean, you can feel it and hear it like a college atmosphere.
That's a good point. Clark, back to what you said. Not only can you hear it when they are here, you can literally feel it. The rumbling, Steve, when you first come out of the tunnel is amazing.
Well, the Thunder have a fantastic team, Kevin, and they've been good.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're at the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. An exceptional performance from... Ibaka and Collison, the duo inside. Backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. And it's D in it, the threesome. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And the call will go against Caron Butler. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Collison, the pass to Westbrook. He feeds it to Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 17 feet out. No good from Lamb.
Now, he thought he could knock that one down, but the defense was really all over him.
Butler kicks to Gortat. There's the pass to Brown. Outside Butler. There's the triple. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's now 26 points for Caron Butler.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Westbrook dishes to Lamb. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Lamb's got 14 points. Phoenix leading by 6. He kicks it to Gortat. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for the Thunder. Reggie Jackson comes in for Russell Westbrook. Dragic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Beasley, the pass to Gortat. Back to Beasley. And there's the feed to Morris. Brown right side. The 15-footer. Changes up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Oklahoma City needs to do a much better job against Gortat.
8 rebounds, and he's blocked the shot today as well.
Well, he showed off how intelligent he is defensively. He understands where the ball is, where players are, what's happening in front of him.
Well, you know, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road.
Here's T, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Caron Butler's checked in for Gortat. Well, the Suns did have a lot of trouble on the road, as you were saying, Clark. Only managed to win 8 games as the visiting team. Steve, the entire season, that's not good.
Well, 8 wins is unacceptable. And it actually tied the Suns with the Kings for the fewest road wins in the entire conference. So, look, this is a young team. They have a lot of learning to do. They've got to add talent. I think the rebuilding project has started, and they're going to get better, but it's still going to take some time.
You know, you look at the Morris twins, Marcus and Markieff, both played at Kansas, very close to each other. They had to tough it out for about a year and a half on different teams, but now they're reunited in Phoenix. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Here's Fisher. Cans it from downtown.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Back to Beasley. And it's blocked. Here's Morris. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Morris has got 11 here in this quarter alone. Thunder trailing by 8. Well, you look at the Morris twins, Markieff about an inch taller, but thus far in their careers, the numbers are pretty similar so far.
Both of them natural power forwards with some outside shooting ability, so they can kind of fill that modern floor spacing 4-man role.
And slam dunk by Butler. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
The Suns making a switch here. Gortat's checked in. For Oklahoma City, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Here's D. Offensive rebound. Perkins. Gortat with the block.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Well, you know, Jeff Hornacek, the new coach of the Phoenix Suns, a 14-year career as an NBA shooting guard, and he was terrific as a player. Spent his first 6 in Phoenix and only recently really got into coaching, starting as an assistant with the Jazz in early 2011.
Pass to D. He dishes it to Durant. Kicks it to Fisher. Back to Durant. From deep. No good. Nice D from Morris. And back to Coach Hornacek, the 16th coach in Suns franchise history. He's raised his 3 kids in Phoenix. Stevie's put down roots there. Looks like he would like to stay for the long term.
Well, he was a tremendous player for the Suns back during the prime of his career. So this is a great fit, coaching the Suns. A guy who played the game with tremendous intelligence and an even-keeled demeanor. Should serve him well as a head coach. He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Jackson kicks to Fisher. Back to Jackson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Buck Hunter with another miss.
Boy, the defense just backing off, begging him to take that shot.
Bledsoe left side. Back to Dragic. Passes it to Morris. Dishes to Gortat. Defended by Durant from 6 feet. And it's Gortat. That time on the assist by Morris. And that's 13 points for Marcin Gortat. Thunder trailing by 14. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Jackson kicks to Perkins. Gortat's there. Will it go? And it's blocked by Gortat.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Stolen by Jackson. D passes to Durant. D defended by Bledsoe. Shots good from D.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Suns leading by 12. Outside Dragic. Backing down is Gortat. And stolen by Fisher. And now in transition is Fisher. Here we go.
And that 4th foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
Phoenix making some changes. Marcus Morris is checked in for Markieff Morris. Gerald Green comes in for Caron Butler. And it's Brown in for Goran Dragic. They get it again.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Bledsoe dishes to Brown. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And as a 78% foul shooter last season, he was pretty steady at the line.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. We got 22 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Outside Westbrook. He passes to D. The dish to Lamb. D. Outside Westbrook. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
Come out and join the crowd. Watch your
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Suns.
Guys, they've done a nice job of drawing countless fouls in this game, and as a result, they've gotten a ton of points at the line.
And I'll tell you, the other thing, guys, is the mid-range shot has been something that's really worked well for them tonight.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Gortat. Marcus Morris is out there with Gerald Green. Then it's Brown, and it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. D defended by Morris. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, no matter what you do with Durant defensively, nothing bothers you. You try to be physical with him. You know, that's probably your best bet. But that's easier said than done because he can get around you with that speed and quickness. But really what he's looking to do is create space and shoot over the top.
And you've just highlighted a lot of what he has from a skills standpoint, but it's his demeanor, that unflappable nature, that always in attack mode. He's got the quick release. He's got the size to shoot over most any defender. And he can go for buckets in a hurry. He's streaky, but he's efficient as well as effective for long stretches. He's special.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and Not one of them liked it.
Gortat's checked in for the Suns. For three, Westbrook goes back up. The shot misses. Excellent D from Gortat. Suns leading by 11. Here's Bledsoe. Outside Butler. The 9-foot shot. And that's good for two. Butler's got 30 points.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Perkins with a screen on Butler. D passes to Perkins. 6 to shoot. Outside Westbrook. Shoots from the elbow, and that one's good. Westbrook's got 24.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Bledsoe kicks to Butler. Bledsoe outside. Back to Brown. Feeds to Bledsoe. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Butler dishes to Morris. Brown outside. The Suns need to get a shot off. For three, Bledsoe. It's rebounded by D. D's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Lamb. D. Screen by Ibaka. D passes to Lamb. From outside the arc. Another miss by Westbrook.
Well, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
Gortat with the screen for Bledsoe. Back to Brown. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Scott Brooks was discussing with his players. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively, saying, listen, let's make a simple play. Take care of the basketball. We can't afford to waste any possessions. Guys, can they clean it up?
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. Maybe that'll ignite it. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Gortat inside. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
Westbrook up top, defended by Bledsoe. Westbrook kicks to Perkins. Back to Westbrook. Wide open. They get it back. Ibaka dishes to Perkins. Gets it to go.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Phoenix leading by 15. And blocked. Now here's Lamb. He feeds it to Westbrook. The pass to Lamb. Back to Westbrook. A 3-ball. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Goran Dragic is checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Now Dragic. He kicks to Gortat. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Great close out there, forcing the errant shot.
Well, he made it a tough shot again. He didn't give up on it, and he got a hand up.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Shannon Brown.
You know, it wasn't that the Thunder were beating teams last season. Everybody expected that, but it was the way they were blowing out teams on such a regular basis that caught everybody's attention.
And for the Thunder, they were blowing out teams on a regular basis, as you said, Clark, and ended plus 9.2 as the scoring differential in their games. Steve, easily the highest mark in the NBA.
Well, just think about that for a second, Kevin. I mean, that means your average game is almost a double-digit win. And not just wins, we're talking about all games. So that's the result of having an explosive offense, depth, and a tough defense. This was really a complete team, unfortunately derailed by the Westbrook injury.
Suns leading by 12. There's the feed to Dragic. He dishes it to Morris. Here's the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 5 assists tonight.
An unusual skill set for a big man. The long-range shot that gives you such good spacing offensively.
Westbrook passes to D. To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass. D's got 9 points here in the second half.
You gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
Tipped away. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Rojon gets a screen from Morris. And Rojon kicks to Morris. Butler on the wing. Clock at 6. From past the arc.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Dragic gets the bucket.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
And Westbrook, here we go. And that is good. Westbrook's got 26.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Dragic dishes to Brown. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Brown the pass to Dragic. Pass to Gortat. 6 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Perkins. Kicks the layup. Three-pointer. Gets it to go. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
All of those three-pointers coming off his fingers have been right on the money.
Brown kicks to Dragic. Back to Brown. Rojon covered by Perkins. And that one's good by Gortat. And the Suns lead by 10. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Outside Westbrook. Passes it to Lamb. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Brown dishes to Dragic. Gortat. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. That one is off. Eric Bledsoe is checked in for Phoenix. Good on the second free throw. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. One of the stories here, Caron Butler getting it done today.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Westbrook against Bledsoe. And taken away by Brown. And Butler, here we go, gets it to go. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Thunder trailing by 13. Outside Westbrook. He passes it to D. Perkins with a screen on Butler. The kick out to Westbrook. Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Back to Westbrook. Shot from 12. And he overshot that one, missing.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Butler goes in. It's rebounded by D. D's got 11 rebounds in the game. Lamb passes to D. Dishes it to Lamb. And taken away by Brown. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Brown's got the ball. Rejected by Westbrook. But they'll get another chance.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Here we go, Russell!
The pass to D. Shot to end this cold run. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath, you're right. And Butler, here we go. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. There's the dish to Lamb.
I see you.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Bledsoe against Westbrook. Great D that time from Eric Bledsoe. No good from D.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Feeds it to Butler. Backs in. A fadeaway. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. "19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Gets it to go.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
Lee dishes to Goodwin. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris.
You really set the tone defensively, getting your career high in blocks and then some. How important to your overall game is it for you to make an impact on the defensive end?
It goes a long way. I can really open things up for my teammates when I'm locked in on defense. Getting fast breaks started, getting the guys some easy buckets, and taking the other team out of their rhythm, all of that is huge in terms of the team's success. So it was nice to be able to contribute with all the blocks tonight, especially since it helped open things up more for the rest of the guys.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth as always, a chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
Defending Kevin Durant is one of their focal points in this matchup. He told me that Durant gives defenders problems because he can pull up and shoot at any time from any distance. He said usually you can try and funnel and trap a player, but with Kevin, there isn't really a way to force him out of his range.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
And with Harden out of OKC, you knew that Russell Westbrook would have a lot of burden on his shoulders to be a playmaker, and he responded. I think he was very active last year in terms of distributing the ball.
There's the dish to Lamb. Back to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around, and Lamb kicks to Westbrook. Good on the triple. Westbrook's got 6.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The Mavericks trailing, and for Westbrook playing alongside Durant, some have said he needs to be more of a passer, less of a scorer. Clark at that point guard position.
I think that's some of the most misguided criticism that anybody could levy at him. He is a scorer. He is an aggressive, attacking guard. I just think he has to play to his strengths, and that's where he is, and that's who he is. And I think he's fantastic. I don't think there's anybody that's more dangerous in the backcourt than Russell Westbrook.
Lamb passes to Durant. Outside Westbrook. He's guarded by Calderon. Just 5 to shoot. It's Durant with the drive. And the layup falls. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Mavericks have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks.
Hey, you really can't say the Mavericks were a bad team last year. They were just a little below par compared to what we've been accustomed to. They just were not nearly as deadly offensively, and that's always a recipe for struggles in the West.
From the top of the key, and another basket for Dallas. Westbrook with it. He's coming off a 28-point game against Phoenix. Back to Durant. The pass to D. He dishes it to Ibaka. Pass to D. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. D's got his first bucket of the night. And for the Mavs against the rest of the West, you were just talking about, Clark, they went 24 and 28 against the rest of the conference. And while that is all right, Steve, it's not going to get you into the playoffs.
Not with the depth of this conference, Kevin. And I think you have to be at least 500 this year against the West to get in. The Mavs know this, and they've been a perennial playoff team for a long time. They just couldn't quite get everything together last season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Blair. Marion comes in for Monte Ellis. Devin Harris subbed in for Jose Calderon. And the call will be against D. That's his first foul. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Dallas. Carter outside. The feed now to Harris. Carter back to Harris. Leads him in there.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Well, they've got to meet the energy that they're facing right now. So important to battle on the board.
Here's D. Kicks it to Fisher. From downtown, the Mavericks pull it in. Nowitzki's got his 4th rebound in this one. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
Yeah, here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between these two this year.
Harris dishes to Nowitzki, and stolen by Perkins. And here's Fisher. D, guarded by Marion. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And because of the odd number of games between them guys, the one thing we know is that One of these teams will have bragging rights over the other at the end of the season.
Exactly, Kevin, and that makes tonight's game, I think, a little more interesting and intriguing. I mean, whoever wins this one will have a big advantage going into the next two.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Dallas.
Well, you could see it at the start of the season that Oklahoma City was being driven by falling short in the 2012 final. Their focus was on being the best team in the West, and they jumped on that goal right from the start.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over
You know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Carter outside. He's covered by Fisher. Carter kicks to Harris. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And now it's a three-point Maverick lead.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Semalosha passes to Perkins. A fader. The shot will not go. Great D that time from Dallenberg.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
And it's Carter missing.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
A good close contest.
Tune in Monday, November 11th. The Detroit Pistons take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trailblazers live from the Rose Garden. Do not miss it.
Welcome back, folks. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. They've got Brandon Wright. Calderon is out there with Ellis. Then there's Marion. And it's Carter in at the small forward position. There's the double team with Lamb. And it's Ellis penetrating. And Durant sends it back. Now here's Lamb. Defended by Carter. Passes it to D. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
It was a rough year for the Mavs and their fans. The first time since 2012 the Mavericks found themselves out of the playoffs. A big reason why was they couldn't get the wins they needed on the road.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Brandon Wright. And back to the Mavs, 17-24 record on the road. You know, Steve, their struggles as the visiting team, you know, one of the reasons why they were only a 500 team on the season at 41-41.
And even though going 500 isn't a bad year for most, it is when you're the Dallas Mavericks and you're used to playing in the postseason. This was the first time in a long time, in forever, that the Mavs didn't end up in the playoffs.
Nowitzki, no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And guys, had their free throw shooting been anywhere near up to par, I think it would have changed everything in that game.
No doubt about it. I mean, there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. It infiltrates other parts of your game.
Ellis goes in. Carter. Dishes to Marion. Back to Carter. Dallas moving it around. 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. He kicks to Lamb. Back to Westbrook. Feeds to Durant. He passes to D. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Perkins with the bucket. Perkins, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
Yeah, how about that last lead change, guys? That's number 7 for the game.
Mavericks making a switch here. Dallenberg's checked in. He feeds it to Calderon. Dallas again missing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Kevin Durant is one of the most laid-back and easygoing guys you'll meet in the NBA, but don't be fooled. He's as fiery a competitor on the court as anyone else in the league. He's a superstar because he has the talent, but also the drive.
A different look for Dallas. Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. Perry Jones comes in for Kevin Durant. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Fisher dishes to Jones. Now the pass to D. And there's the feed to Fisher. Pass to Sefolosha. Releases. And the shot falls short this time. And I think when you talk about the drive of Kevin Durant, Clark, it all comes from his love of the game.
I love watching Kevin Durant play. He is such a special talent, and you can see the inherent joy that he has in playing the game. I mean, it's palpable, it's obvious. He's a big-time gym rat, and he just loves to work on the game and continue to refine his skills. He's a joy to watch.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, gentlemen, D in their last game against the Suns was superb. He ended with 22 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Jawan Blair, he's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki.
Put together a great team, fans can get a little wild. When you put together a great team that's exciting to watch too, then they really get wild. And that's what you have to deal with when you go to Oklahoma City. A great team with terrific fans.
And that one's good from Fisher.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Now here is Harris. Ellis kicks to Carter. Dallas again missing. And back to these great fans in Oklahoma City. They hosted the Hornets for one season in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, you recall. And Steve really showed what a great crowd they could be for a team.
Kevin, I agree, and I think that season when they hosted the Hornets, I think that showed the league that Oklahoma City was ready to become a franchise, and that's why the move from Seattle to Oklahoma City was allowed by the league, because the city had proven that they would support the club.
Here's Blair. Lays it up and banks it in. Blair's got his first points of the night.
Good job there, recognizing the mismatch and then just going.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us on 2K.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome. Harris kicks to Ellis. Pass to Nowitzki. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
And let's see some of the numbers here on Monte Ellis. Good season for him last year, 4th in steals, and he became a real offensive threat, one of the top 15 scorers in the game.
He also managed to be top 5 in steals as well, Steve, and that was significant. I mean, he was really good at lulling ball handlers to sleep, giving them kind of a false sense of security, and then he'd pounce on it as it was being dribbled to the floor. And he got a lot of his pilfers that way.
Oklahoma City's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Locking at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. Backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. And it's D in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The Mavericks leading. Nowitzki with the screen on Perkins. And Carter backs in. Back to Ellis. The dish to Harris. No good on the triple, but they'll get another chance. Ellis outside. Back to Harris. Again, the Mavericks score. Thunder shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Passes it to D. He dishes it to Perkins. D. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Lamb. That's good on the jump shot. Lamb's got 11. And here are the Mavericks now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Harris passes to Ellis. The Mavericks rebound. Here's Carter. Gets it to go. Carter's got his third basket of the night.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Westbrook kicks to Lamb. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Ellis outside. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Lamb. Throws it up high, and Westbrook throws it down.
They finally fought all the way back to even the score. We're back to square one, whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. 5th, the Mavericks.
Yeah, wonderful passing team, and it was the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish.
Carter dishes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki right side. Thunder with the rebound. Lamb's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the boards.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
And it's good. 8 points for Vince Carter.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. White comes in for Samuel Dallenberg, and it's Marion in for Dirk Nowitzki. Calderon kicks to Harris. Back to Calderon. Marion outside. Dishes it to Calderon. Harris, 6 to shoot. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got 5 assists in the game.
Jose Calderon out of Spain is a terrific playmaker and shooter. He's not a guy who's going to put up big numbers, but you give him the keys to your offense, and he's going to make a lot of good things happen for you.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
The Mavericks have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Harris outside. There's the lob to the hoop. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And going back to Calderon, as good as he is offensively, Steve, you have to manage his matchups defensively.
Yeah, especially in today's NBA, quickness can be so deadly, and I think it's true. Calderon sometimes is at the mercy of those faster point guards in the league, but he can really play. He does an awful lot of good things out on the floor.
And Vince Carter picks up a foul. That's his first foul. Dallas making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. Fisher with the ball. Now guarded by Calderon. Kicks to Fisher. There's the triple. Sean Marion grabs the miss. Marion's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Harris outside. There's 1:54 left in the third. Right, the pass to Marion. He kicks it to Calderon. Shot clock at 5. Harris, right side. The fadeaway. It's rebounded by D. D's got his 3rd rebound tonight. We've got 1:28 left in the 3rd quarter. They get it again. Perkins kicks to Fisher. Feeds it to Westbrook. Perkins, he's guarded by Calderon. Westbrook against Harris. And there's the pass to Fisher. Oklahoma City gets it back. Here's D. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Thunder. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And that one misses.
This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
Samuel Dallenberg, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And back to the Mavs, definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, Steve, with your fan base.
Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the, let's say, the more clean-looking new uniform suggestions.
Ellington dishes to Ellis. On the wing, Marion. From inside. Goes back up. And that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there. Marion, right side, hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Marion's got 8 points here in this quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Marion and Nowitzki at the forwards. Ellis is out there with Calderon, and it's Dallenberg in at the center filling out the middle.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Clock at 4. It's stolen by Ibaka. And they're running. He passes to Lamb. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Snatched away. Pass to D. Working on Ellis. Here's D. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, he had to fade away there. The defense was all over him. He got it off, just couldn't get it to go.
And the shot is good.
Well, they played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
And Westbrook, here we go. Here's D. Perkins inside. Gallenberg's there.
Oh, get it! Watch out now.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
He's against Perkins. 17-foot shot on the way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far. I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Calderon gets a screen from Dallenberg. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Dallenberg's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Westbrook. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Passes to D. 4 on the clock. Westbrook drives in. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Calderon kicks to Ellis. Fires, high post. And Westbrook pulls it down. Thunder trailing by 16. Ibaka sets the pin for Westbrook. Lamb. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 26 points for Lamb.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys?
They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Well, in terms of his value to the team, you have to factor in his sheer competitiveness. The way he just competes every possession like the game depends on it.
And that's contagious, Steve, and I know his teammates love playing with him because of that competitive spirit.
And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but, you know, you got to be smart, too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there. Hey, we all know how hard it was for the Thunder going into last season to trade away their six-man star, James Harden, but it was something that had to be done. They really missed his playmaking ability, though, and I think they missed him in the locker room, too.
There's the pass to D. Ibaka with the screen on Murray. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
A shot by Gallenberg, no good. And for the Thunder, a financial decision to trade away Harden. They've already tied up Steve money in big contracts to Durant and to Westbrook, Ibaka, and Perkins.
And Kevin, I think a lot of people question why they didn't keep Harden and maybe move Ibaka or Perkins. I think Perkins would have been maybe the best option, but he's really looked at as their best post defender and a guy who brings leadership and toughness. So it was a very difficult decision, but there's no doubt this team missed James Harden.
Westbrook passes to D. Ibaka with a screen on Murray. In low to Ibaka.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Come get it, come get it.
Westbrook against Calderon. Calderon gets a screen from Murray. Here's Ellis. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
Double team on Westbrook. He's guarded by Calderon. Gets stolen by Calderon. He feeds it to Ellis.
Yo, someone help me out!
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. And this one was such a lot.
Your team couldn't get the win, but you played a pretty good individual game. Is bittersweet the right description for how you're feeling right now?
Nah, not at all. I can't be happy when we lose, even if I score 50 or drop a triple-double or something. It really loses all the excitement if it's not part of a win. I do feel like I was playing the way I want to out there, and that's good, but it's only a small part of the picture. There's so much more going on to consider. Individual performance only gets you so far.
Rojon.